Division with Isaac Mashman.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Isaac Mashman here, and welcome back to another episode of Chase the Vision with Isaac Mashman, the show that is all about helping you become a more capable individual through sharing my experiences and knowledge in business, life, and personal growth. Now, today, this is going to be a really insightful and informative episode, less on the mindset, less on the more so, maybe general things and topics that I can discuss, and more into a specific strategy and understanding of human psychology. Before I jump into it, though, I want to go in and ask you guys a favor. No, I don't run advertisements. I don't, sell out my brand for a cheap product just for a quick dollar. Any guest that I have on the show that might talk about their products or services, I know, like, trust, and believe in, but I'm never going to be an affiliate for them. I'm not going to make money off of them. I'm not going to bring them on just to try to sell you guys and get a link, and I'm not going to spend 25 minutes every single episode, every couple of minutes throwing in another sales pitch. Like that, man, I hate it. Whenever I'm listening to a podcast that does that, I'm going to skip right past through the ad, back to the content and back to the value. That's just the way I operate, and I imagine that many of you also operate in a very similar fashion. So let's talk about human emotions and sales. Now, there are different figures that exist. There are different people that say different things. I know one Harvard professor said that 95% of sales and purchase decisions are based off of the subconscious mind. It's influenced by the subconscious mind, which dictates our emotional reasoning, not the logical reasoning, the emotional reasoning. Now, I mentioned this many times before about how the subconscious mind is 30,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind. There are even different figures, right? Different scientists and figures of authority have different opinions, different research, different backings. But at the end of the day, the subconscious mind is vastly more powerful than the conscious mind, although the conscious mind is what dictates our logical decision making, our logical side of our day-to-day life, the things that we're thinking about right this moment. You didn't think of breathing, don't think of blinking, but you do think about, am I going to continue listening to this? Am I going to click off? Am I going to follow this person? Am I going to share this with a friend? Right? Little bit of a shameless plug there. But there are other statistics that say that sales are 80% emotion-based, which basically translates to influenced by the subconscious mind, the emotions that you are feeling. Now, this doesn't just correlate with sales, but throughout our day-to-day lives, we are consistently being faced with decisions that add up over time. And that's the way that you become successful. You make the right decisions enough times over a span of time, then you're going to have this accumulation of success. You're going to have this accumulation of right decisions. But the thing is, you're not always going to feel high energy 24/7. Is it possible? Maybe so. Have I done it? Absolutely not. But what I can say is that whenever you are feeling low, you can do a series of different mechanisms that can put you into a higher vibrational state. And whenever I say vibrational, I'm not talking about some guru type of thing. I'm talking about your energy. Whenever you feel good, you do good, you get good results. Whenever you feel bad, you don't do it good, and you get horrible results to match the way that you're feeling. That is what I'm talking about when it comes to vibration. And so whenever you're feeling low, you should do a couple of different things, which you could refer to as state management. Maybe you get up and jump up and down. Maybe you maybe pop a piece of bubble gum, right, to go ahead and put yourself into a better state. Maybe yell. I'm not even kidding you. Sometimes when I feel low or when I'm about to get on a call, I will literally just yell. And I'm not going to do it because you might be driving and I could scare the hell out of you. But you just do you do something that's super high energy, a little bit aggressive if you can, and that taps you into a higher energy and a better state. I could spend all day talking about the sales side of it, but that's not really what I want to do. Once you understand how to influence human emotions, and you could definitely understand how to influence a sale and get a sale, that's also why you have to be morally and ethically right, so you're not getting somebody to make an emotional decision that would hurt them or be something that they don't need. And that's a topic for another day that I really like to emphasize with my sales team and the marketing representatives for Mashman Ventures, because I'm just because we can close them doesn't mean we should. Sometimes we might need to say no to a client. And who would think you actually are turning down business, but There is a point, if you haven't gotten there yet, you will get there eventually or soon even, with continuing to progress and putting in the work, putting in the effort, to where you might have to say no. A prospect could be willing to buy and you're like, this isn't a good fit for you right now. Let's check back in a little bit. So going back to what we were discussing with emotions and our day-to-day life, we're not going to feel 100% of the time. And that's when we have to have this awareness developed to where, okay, I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling the best in the world. So what can I do to increase my state? What can I do to increase the way that I'm feeling? You got to ask yourself these things. And then you have to develop a pattern that is effective to you. You have to, develop a system of mechanisms that can help you increase your state and get into that higher energy. And that's the way that you're going to be able to force yourself to get into the gym when you don't feel like it. This is going to be how you can get on a sales call even though you're dreading this call. How you get up in the morning, because in the morning you're waking out of that REM sleep, right? You have the fan on in the room, the AC's down, you're cold, you're in the comfort of your bed, and you're like, man, I do not want to get up. So are you listening to the emotional side of your brain, or are you listening to the logical side of the brain that is saying, I have calls that I need to do, I have a list and series of tasks that I need to do, so I need to force my butt out of bed, right? Which one are you taking? Which decision are you going to listen to, or which voice rather, you have the devil on the shoulder, you have the angel on the shoulder. Let's take the angel as the logical side and the devil as the emotional side, right? Normally, you don't listen to the devil voice. Now, emotional decisions can also be pertaining to instinct. Sometimes you're going to have these instincts that basically feel emotion-driven, maybe not instinct-driven. Now, you listen to those. You listen to the instincts, but you do not listen to the emotions. If something's saying that this isn't the right opportunity, this isn't right for me, chances are you have that feeling for a reason. So I'm not saying completely disregard your emotions, but I'm saying to be careful with when you listen to your emotions and how much of your life emotions are going to be influencing on the day-to-day. Are you listening to that little wimpy voice that's telling you not to do this? Or are you chiming in with the logical side, the angel on your shoulder saying, I know I don't feel like it, but I'm going to thank myself if I get up and do this. This isn't some hoorah motivational type of speech. This is in a actual practical methodology. And as you develop this self-awareness and you continue, making these small decisions over time, you're going to have this really deep understanding of how you feel, how you operate, what makes you feel bad. It's the same thing with eating food. If you eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. So what can you do to make yourself feel better? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating enough nutrients? Are you taking vitamins? Are you working out? Are you doing those tasks that add up, that make you feel best, right? The days that you're lazy in your business or in your career or at your job are the days that you do not feel fulfilled. And the reason you're not being productive is not because there's no work to do or there's nothing to get done. It's normally because you just don't want to do it. You're listening to the emotional side of saying, I'm going to, sit around my desk. There's this, thing that people talk about, how you go to work for 8 hours a day and you only work for a couple of hours. That's normally true, right? You're not working those full 8 hours every single day, but rather you're being productive maybe for a couple of the hours and you're wasting time, scrolling through YouTube. And especially as entrepreneurs and business owners, or maybe people in the network marketing, profession, maybe you're an artist or a producer, you have to consistently light this fire underneath your butt and keep yourself moving forward even if you don't feel like it, because the people who listen to their emotions are the ones who will continuously make emotional decisions, and that's not who you're trying to be. You want to be the person who's able to do what you need to do and get whatever needs to be done, no matter what or how you are feeling. That's just the only way that you're going to hit it. And don't beat yourself up if you're not, performing at the level that you need to right now, but you definitely need to do some deep reflecting and understand what you can do to get back on track. So, guys, hope that you appreciated this episode today. If you got any ounce of value, make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. I'm putting out new episodes, new monologues every single Monday, and I'm doing interviews with awesome people like Matt Devine, Zachary Babcock, talking to awesome individuals every single Friday and allowing them to also share their experiences and knowledge to help you guys get insight from some of your favorite mentors, favorite celebrities, and favorite public figures. So without any further ado, until next time,